And they're off. For the lead, Bodine from the outside, through from the inside, Thunder Highway. Up in the center of the track, that's Wise Dan. Then it's Mo Millions, Jill's Victory. Length back to Indigo's Sun, and Lead Player is the trailer. Down the back stretch. On the outside, Bodine and Wise Dan. Through from the rail, that's Thunder Highway. Mo Millions up between those two. Those four within a length and a gap of four more. Back to Jill's Victory in fifth. On the inside, Indigo Sun. Then Lead Player, 22 and 4 for the quarter. It's Wise Dan on the outside who gets the lead. Now has it by a length. Moving through on the inside, Thunder Highway takes second. Mo Millions from between horses. On the outside, Bodine still right there. Then it's Jill's Victory. They're inside the final furlong, and Wise Dan just draws away. Bodine now retakes second from Thunder Highway, and Mo Millions. Wise Dan wins by 12, maybe 15. Photo for second, Mo Millions and Bodine, then Thunder Highway.
We're at the post. And they're off in the Phoenix. Gold Czar comes right out hustling for the early lead down toward the inside. Hollywood Hit comes away in the second position today. And then Wise Dan third toward the inside. Moralist is fourth between horses. Canonize fifth on the outside. 3 lengths off the early lead. Super Robusto sixth in between horses. Easy Dreamer seventh toward the far outside into the far turn. Then Greeley's Conquest eighth toward the inside. A gap of 2.5 back to Wild L, Rocket Rockstar. And the late running Warrior's Reward is absolutely last. 22 and 1. The time for the opening quarter. Long shot Gold Czar, the leader. Hollywood Hit draws alongside and second by a length. Canonize third up on the outside, just over a quarter mile to come. Wise Dan fourth down toward the rail, 2 lengths off the lead. Moralist is fifth. They turn for home. Easy Dreamer sixth. Rocket Rockstar is seventh. The rest have running to do. Hollywood Hit to the lead off the far turn. Canonize needs to find more and find it quickly. Wise Dan third between horses. Gold Czar fights on, but backs up a spot toward the rail after giving up the lead past the 8th pole. And here's Wise Dan to challenge Hollywood Hit. Hollywood Hit with the neck in front. Wise Dan runs on from the outside. Wise Dan, Rafael Bejarano get up to take the Phoenix from Hollywood Hit home second. Warrior's Reward from way back to be third. They're at the post, and they're off in the Shadwell Mile. Sydney's Candy comes out for the lead. There's Get Stormy from the outside, who comes away second. Wise Dan is third as they head down toward the first turn. And defending champion Gio Ponte settles in the 4th position between horses just outside of Taja Weed, who's against the rail in the 5th position for a ground-saving trip. Dance and Dance comes next, then Zoffany up on the outside, and late-running Society's Chairman is the early trailer, and Sydney's Candy has an uncontested 2-length lead off the first turn. Opening quarter went in 23 and 3/5 seconds. Get Stormy goes second by a length and a half. Wise Dan is third, placed outward from the rail. Gio Ponte fourth down toward the inside, a length and a half in front of Taja Weed, who's joined there by Dance and Dance. Zoffany next to last, just to the outside of Society's Chairman, who is last against the rail and running 8 lengths from the front. The first half mile went in 47 seconds. Sydney's Candy setting the tempo under Joel Rosario, leading Get Stormy by a length and a half, a gap of 3 now. Back to Wise Dan in third, and Gio Ponte fourth down toward the inside, still 4 lengths off the lead. Midway on the far turn, Dance and Dance, Taja Weed, Society's Chairman, and Zoffany, the 3-year-old is last, a quarter mile to come. Sydney's Candy chased by Get Stormy, a length between the top 2. Wise Dan third, Gio Ponte still fourth toward the inside. Dance and Dance tries to get untracked in 5th. Final furlong, here's Get Stormy to challenge Sydney's Candy. Gio Ponte behind that pair, then Wise Dan. Final 16th of the Shadwell Turf Mile. Gio Ponte, Wise Dan charging after Get Stormy. Gio Ponte from the outside. How about that? Gio Ponte will go back to the winner's circle today, capturing the Shadwell Turf Mile under Ramon Dominguez in 1 minute, 34 seconds.
They're off in the Rico Woodbine Mile and big to the turn. The opening quarter was 23 3/5 of a second on the firm going. Wise Dan watches these two front runners go at it, and Cityscape is right at the flank of Wise Dan. Back to Big Band Sound in fifth position, 3 lengths off the lead. Then Hunter's Bay, Hollinger, dancing, riding the river. 46 4/5 for the opening half mile. Worth that. Now Wise Dan has a seam, drops to the inside, and Wise Dan comes on to challenge Worth that. Cityscape is set down on the far outside, and they're coming through the stretch here at Woodbine. Wise Dan is next to the rail. Cityscape in an all-out drive on the outside. Worth that could not stay with the front two, and it's Wise Dan under a hand ride. Now Johnny Velasquez shows him the whip. Last 16th of a mile. Wise Dan, a jaw-dropping performance to win the Rico Woodbine Mile. Hunter's Bay was second, Cityscape third, and Riding the River was fourth.
Hills sent on their way, and Wise Dan broke quickly, but not going to go quickly to the lead. Wise Dan just taking his time on the inside. That allows obviously to kick clear. Acceleration goes up on the outside. Suggestive Boy is going to move all the way up to second now. Not going that fast for this kind of race. Mr. Commons is now settled back in the fifth position. Up alongside Wilcox in. Here's Animal Kingdom. Scrapes the paint in the red cap, back third last. Animal Kingdom 6 lengths off these leaders. The filly Moonlight Cloud has taken back second last, and Geronimo's Contender trailed 12 off the leaders. Past the three-quarter pole, and obviously couldn't be happier with the setup here. Obviously on a tight hold has the lead. Now coming to put some pressure on is Suggestive Boy in the second spot. Wise Dan comfortably placed at the rail in third. Acceleration is right there fourth, and it's Wilcox in. Racing on the inside of Wilcox in, Mr. Commons, no more than 3 lengths off the leaders. They tightly grouped out here. Just in behind those two now, we have Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom looking for somewhere to run. Geronimo's far last. They are coming to the top of the lane, and obviously now tries to shake loose up front. Obviously the leader by 2, but Wise Dan now hooks off the rail in the gold cap. Obviously he's got to find more, because Wise Dan's taken dead aim on him. Mr. Commons running a big one along the inside. Acceleration getting involved late as well, obviously, but Wise Dan now in full flight for the wire, and Wise Dan strikes the front, sticks his neck out. He wanted to win today, and win it he will. Wise Dan, super impressive Breeders' Cup Mile. Wise Dan won it. Animal Kingdom like a...
Ready for the start. We're off in the Turf Classic. And it's Silver Max, as expected, who goes right out to take the early lead. And Wise Dan is there on the far outside. Optimizer away running in between those two, and now takes second. Wise Dan settles back in third. Bim Bam is fourth. Slim Shady fifth on the inside, backing off about 6 or 7 lengths off the lead early. And then it's Geronimo, and well behind is Mitty. Mitty's a good 14 lengths off of Silver Max and Robbie Alvarado, who completed quarter in 23 4/5 seconds. That's a pretty good pace over this wet going. The leader here, Silver Max, by a length and a half. An Optimizer is second onto the back stretch. Wise Dan, the horse of the year, is third, and he's well in control at this stage under Jose Lezcano. He's 2.5 lengths off the lead and clear of Bim Bam. Gary Stevens has Slim Shady 8 lengths behind the front runners. It's another 2.5 back to Geronimo, and Mitty and Cisco Torres continue to race in last after 48 2.5 miles. So they move for the far turn, where it's been Silver Max all the way, and Optimizer is still second. Wise Dan third. He's going to go 3 deep as they go into the turn. Bim Bam follows in fourth. Slim Shady is fifth. Then Geronimo and Mitty. And Optimizer now makes his move for the lead, but Wise Dan is strong to the outside. Silver Max is put to a drive, and he's still in contention on the rail, and the 3 of them turn for home together. Silver Max, Optimizer, and Wise Dan. And now Wise Dan, who's still under a hand ride, has grabbed the lead as they come to the 8th pole. And Wise Dan is pulling away now from Optimizer and from Silver Max. It is Wise Dan coming down to the wire clear from Optimizer in second. The horse of the year shows him why. Jose Lezcano did it. It was Optimizer second, Mitty from dead last got third, and Silver Max finished fourth in a final time of 1 minute 51.84 seconds. That's the horse of the year from last year, Wise Dan.
And 2 for 2 this year. In fact, that is his 6th straight win going back to last year. His first victory on the turf beyond a mile, and he tops $4 million in career earnings today. The reigning horse of the year, Wise Dan, and jockey Jose Lezcano showing you their talents here in the Turf Classic.
We had all hoped to see a man.
Hey, Jason. They're out the post. They're off in the Rico Woodbine Miles. Approval, X-Caper and Dimension. They both come on, and it's X-Caper who's closest to the hedge to take the early lead, and Dimension runs right with X-Caper. Velasquez takes a hold of the champion Wise Dan, who's back in third position. Za Approval to his outside in fourth. Then we have 7-8 lengths to Riding the River, and the Euro Invader Trade Storm trails this field as they run along the backstretch. X-Caper leads it by a neck to Dimension. Wise Dan's just tugging at John Velasquez as they make their way toward the far turn. Za Approval is in fourth position and 4 lengths off the lead. Then Trade Storm and Riding the River. It's X-Caper hounded by Dimension through a half mile in 45 2/5, and watching them go at it is Wise Dan, who's just a length and 3/4 off the lead. Za Approval's in fourth position, then Trade Storm Riding the River as they arrive at the top of the stretch in the Rico Woodbine Mile, and Johnny Velasquez gives the green light to Wise Dan, and his response is instantaneous, and Wise Dan has taken the lead, and they come to the final furlong. Za Approval in a full-out drive in second. Johnny hasn't moved on Wise Dan. Wise Dan, here he is, the titan of the turf, the sensational Wise Dan. Za Approval was second, Trade Storm third, and Riding the River was fourth. That was the easiest 600,000 he ever made.
Basically a paid workout, and look at that final time, 1:31 3. I didn't think they were going to knock down Ventura's mark. They just did.
They crushed it, and this is such a beautiful outing for this horse. If you ever just wanted to see a horse, being an athlete, this was the occasion. He was wanting to compete so much down the backstretch. He wanted to devour the pacemakers before it was his time. It was all Johnny Velasquez could do to just hold him back. And when he got going here, you can see that Velasquez is not ready to let him go yet. Watch, he's going to look around to see who could possibly be running. And he will see that it's the number 6 horse, Za Approval. And Za Approval making his run from the outside. So he says, well, let's go just a little bit here, Dan. And this is going to be very important because, first of all, he's got a fabulous fluid stride. Now he's gone in record time, and many horses have come to Woodbine of the best caliber in the world to run this distance, and they haven't been as fast as him. And that's what Charles Lepresti is going to say to everybody else. That
They're off in the Breeders' Cup Mile. Wise Dan stumbled just a bit coming out of the gate, and Silver Max goes out to take the early lead. And there goes obviously after him, and Bright Thought is right with the leaders 2 and 3rd. And then it's Silencio to the inside in 4th. In between horses is No Jet Lag, who's off the rail and moving up. Za Approval is next. Olympic Glory is just to the inside of Wise Dan, and they're 6 lengths off the lead early. EB Fire and Ice 4 lengths behind them. Cristoforo Colombo is the trailer. 21 and 4 was the first quarter. Onto the backstretch, and obviously going along at a freaky pace. He's out there by a 3-length margin over Silver Max in second. And then it's Bright Thought, No Jet Lag. 2 lengths back to Za Approval. Silencio is down on the inside. Wise Dan is outside of Olympic Glory, and they're still 6 lengths behind. Past a half mile in 44 and 2. By far the fastest half in mile history. Into the turn they go. And obviously continues to lead the way. Taken on by Silver Max on the outside. Za Approval moves up into 3rd. No Jet Lag flag is fourth. Wise Dan has had this hot pace in front of him. He's 4 lengths behind. Olympic Glory is under a drive, and they're into the stretch. Obviously, Za Approval comes after him. Wise Dan's in the center of the course. Silencio is coming on too, but here's Wise Dan alongside of Za Approval. Silencio coming up the fence. Wise Dan's got him. Wise Dan, brilliant in the mile. Za Approval was second. Silencio was third. Close fourth, possibly Silvermax. The final time was 1 minute 32.47 seconds. Wise Dan dead.
And they're off. Wise Dan gets off to an uneventful beginning. Down toward the inside, BioPro with early speed, 5-iron. Sprinting between horses, North Star Boy. And then Boisterous Skyblazer swings to the clear on the outside. Top of the stretch. Wise Dan has been uncovered on the outside. He's got a furlong to go. Syed's got a short lead. 5-iron down toward the inside. Here comes Optimizer with an upset chance on the outside. Wise Dan coming down to the line. And Wise Dan has come away with the lead. Optimizer surges. And here's the wire. Wise Dan, I think he did it. I think he did it. Optimizer was very close indeed.
They're at the post. And they're off in the $1 million Shadwell Turf Mile. Wise Dan breaks last, and Silvermax goes right out for the early lead. Silvermax quickly to the front in the opening strides as per usual. Opens up by 2.5 lengths at the entry to the first turn. And Syed will go second as they move around the turn with Grand Arch in third. Optimizer fourth toward the inside. Long Shot 2 Notch Road in fifth on the outside. Wise Dan has picked up 2 positions in the opening quarter mile. Moves up from last now into the 6th spot down toward the rail, just over 5 lengths from the front. Kygan behind him and Seek again the trailer. The opening quarter in 24 2/5 seconds. Silvermax the leader by a length and a half up the backstretch. Syed now just off the leader's flank in second, 3/4 of a length. Grand Arch third up on the outside. Optimizer tucked away fourth against the rail. 2 Notch Road in the clear in fifth. Wise Dan is sixth in between horses, still 4.5 lengths from the leader. Gap of 2 to Kygan next to last, and Seek again content to trail through an opening half mile in 48 1/5 seconds. And Silvermax the leader into the final turn, leads it by a length and a half. Syed is second, 3/4 of a length with Grand Arch to the outside third. Optimizer fourth. 2 Notch Road is fifth, and now Wise Dan looks for running room, but he's still sixth between horses. 6 lengths off the lead, a quarter mile to come, and they've all got to catch Silvermax, who's chased by Syed. Then Grand Arch. Wise Dan comes down the outside. The leader coming to the 8th pole. Here's Syed alongside of Silvermax. Grand Arch. Seek again diving to the rail. Kygan coming late. Wise Dan far outside. Wise Dan coming after Syed and Grand Arch. Wise Dan gets his head in front. The first $1 million race in Keeneland history, the Shadwell Turf Mile, to Wise Dan with a breathtaking stretch rally.